To Little Bit Channel. Today we will see the short story The Lost Child by Mulk Raj Anand. This is the impression book by question answer. First one. Open with a description of nature and the surrounding of the location. Read it carefully. Do you think this description is quite relevant to the understanding and appreciation of the story? Does it add to or take away from the smooth progress of the narration? Questions generally they are asked, so this is my own answer. Just I am giving some idea, then you can write yourself. And is yes. The description is relevant to the understanding and appreciation of the story because it adds some depth and context of the native, creates some sense of tensions and forbidding, and helps to build the child's character and perspective and enhance the emotional impact of the story. Nature and the surrounding of the beginning of the story to set the festive and vibrant atmosphere. And such things, it helps the reader visualize the setting and understand the context of the story. And next one, the description of the fair and the crowds subtly hints at the possible of the child getting lost. Focus on the child's observation and experience creates an intimate narrative voice and immerses the readers in the child's world. It is not take away from the smooth progress of narration. It gradually introduces the readers to the story's telling and tone and provides a general transition to the child experience and emotion and engaging the reader's sense and imagination. So, the description of the nature and the surrounding is a deliberate narrative choice that enriches the story and prepares the reader for the events that unfold. Next question is, what does the story takes place? What details of local do you get from the story and pick up them out and talk out them? In question we can write, Anand takes place in a rural Indian setting, specifically in a village or a small town, and during a spring festival or fair. The local is vividly described through the various details. In the story, author highlights rural setting of the village, spring festivals and fairgrounds and crowds. The crowds of people and the noise of fairs creates a sense of bustle and activity. In the river as a place where the child parents sit to rest, indicating nearby water body and trees and greeny, and stalls and shops. The stalls and sweetmeat seller imply the bustling marketing place with various vendors and shops to create a vivid atmosphere and setting and establish the culture and social context of the story and provide a sense of place and immersion the readers, and contrast with the child's later feelings of fear and description. The story local is vibrant and festive rural Indian setting, then which plays a significant role in shaping the narrative and the child's experience. So the question is, what items at the fair are described in the story? What special significance to the items and the display and chosen by the author? In the story at the fair are described roundabout swing, sweetmeat seller, stalls, toys, balloon seller, flower seller. At the fair are significant because they represent the vibrant and colorful atmosphere of the fair and symbolize the joys and excitement of childhood, and contrast with the child later feelings of fear and description, then highlight the child's desires and temptation and showcase of the author's deliberate choice of sensory details to create a immersive experience. The selection of the deliberate choices are create a sense of wonders and enchantment, highlight the child's innocence and curiosity, and the child's desire for independence and exploration, and the fair attraction with the child's later experience of loss and fear. In group of these items are can be categorized as thrilling and excitement like a robot and balloon seller, and temptation desires in sweetmeat seller and toys, and beauty and wonders created by flower seller and stars, and joy and playfulness created by toys and balloon seller. These categories underscore the author intentions to create a rich and sensory experience, drawing the readers into the child's worlds and emphasizing the emotional impact of the story. And next question, what is the season described in the story and what impression of the season and given by Mulk Raj Anand? Do you think this description of the season and the events in the story are interrelated? How? The season described in the story is spring. Description of the season create and conveying a sense of vibrancy and new life, and people enjoying themselves with the adds to the impression of joy and celebration, and the child's excitement and curiosity are closely tied, evoking a sense of innocence and child wonder. Are interrelated in the vibrant and joyful description of the spring contrast with the child's later feelings of fear and description, and highlighting the sudden changes in the child's experience. Child's desires for exploration and independence, which leads to the events that unfold. Spring's themes of a new life and growth may be seen as symbolic of the child's growing awareness and experience of the worlds around them. The season descriptions help create a festive and celebratory atmosphere which immerses the readers in the story and make the child's later experience more poignant. The last part of the story, the lost child, are carefully crafted to create a vivid atmosphere and contrast with the child's experience and symbolize the child's growth and newfound awareness. The interrelations between the seasons and the events in the story adds depth and meaning to the narrative. And next, do you feel that this is the complete story or it is an extract from the longer piece of writing, and give reason to support your answer? Yes, this is exactly extract from the long pieces of writing, because the story ends quite abruptly without a sense of resolutions or closure. And the author create and expose limited character development. And the story assumes some prior knowledge or context that is not provided in the extract. Next theme, the story touches on themes of child innocence and loss, but these could be explored more deeply in a longer work. The symbolism of the season and the child's experience may also be more fully developed in the longer piece. Then, author writing style suggests a more leisurely piece and a focus on descriptive detail, which may indicate that this is an extract from the longer work where he has more space to develop his ideas. So this is a powerful and evocative story. I believe that it is an extract from a longer piece of writings where the author has more room to explore themes, character and symbolism. What were the things on display at the fair, and why did the child suppress his desires for the things, and what reaction to his demands did he anticipate from his parents? The child saw various things on display, including toys, sweets and balloons. He suppressed his desires for these things because he anticipated that his parents would refuse to buy them for him. And the child had already asked his parents for some of these items and was met with refusal. So he expected a similar response if he asked again. So despite this, the child's desire for the things on display at the fair was still strong, highlighting the tensions between his wants and the limitations set by his parents. The things on display at the fair were roundabout swing, sweetmeat seller, balloon seller, toy stalls selling various goods. The child suppressed his desire for these things because he anticipated that his parents would refuse to buy them for him. The child anticipated that his parents would react with refusal, scolding, telling him they couldn't afford it. The anticipation made him hesitate to express his desires, highlighting the tension between his wants and the limitations set by his parents. Do you see a pattern in the things chosen for description by the author? How do these things appeal to you? Yes, I see the patterns in the things chosen from description by the author. The author focus on colorful and vibrant object like roundabout swing, sweetmeat seller, balloon seller, and use things that appeal to the sense like smells of sweetmeat, sounds of the roundabout swing. Then the object that evoke a sense of joys and wonders in toys and stalls selling various goods. And these things appeal to me because they create a vivid atmosphere, drawing me into the child's world. and evoke a sense of nostalgia and the child's wonder, and highlight the child's innocence and curiosity, and use sensory details to bring the scenes to life. Use sensory details to bring the scenes to life. The patterns of descriptive choice create a sense of enchantment and excited, making me more invested in the story. This is also one of the most general question, but I give some general ideas. To tell about the Mukul Raj Anand, so he was an Indian writer, philosopher and art critic. He was born in Peshawar, Pakistan and educated in India and England. And his work is Untouchable, Coolie and The Lost Child. And on writing, the style is characterized by simplicity, directness and focus on the social justice. He often explores the themes of poverty, inequality and the human condition. And he also contributes to one of the Indian writers to explore the lives of marginalized and oppressed. He helped establish the Indian writing in English as a distinct genre and paved the way for a future generation of the writers. R.K. Narayan. R.K. Narayanan was an Indian writer and novelist. He was born in Madras, India and educated in India and England. His major works are Swami and Friends, The Guide, The Financial Expert. And his narrative is characterized by humor, wit and focus on the human condition. He often explored the theme of identity, culture and social change. So Norman contributed helped establish the fictional towns of Malgudi as a symbol of Indian small town life. He also explored the complexity of Indian identity and culture and making significant contribution to Indian writing in English. Arthur Rajaro, he was an Indian writer, philosopher and playwright. He was born in Hazan, India and educated in India and France. His major works are Kandapura, The Serpent and the Rope, The Chess Master and His and his narrative style is characterized by philosophical and metaphysical themes as well as a blend of Indian and Western influence. He often explored the theme of identity, culture and spirituality. Then his contribution Rao helped establish Indian writing in English as a distinct genre, exploring themes and styles that were uniquely Indian. He also experimented with the narrative forms of language and pushing the boundaries of Indian writing. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching this video.